All they do is yap, 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 all out the mouth. I don't understand what you really talking about. If you ain't
Welcome
talking
to
about
the Generational Talk
All they
Beat
do is
Podcast.
yap, yap,
This
yap,
is the
yap.
eldest. I'm gonna say eldest.
Mm-hmm.
I said oldest before, and I think eldest sounds more
It
elegant
does.
and pristine.
Yeah.
So
I
this is
agree.
the eldest of the young pups, Asante, and he's in the building.
And this is young man Jay right here. My father. Nah, he didn't like that. But this is my father right here. This is my dad, the one and only. You know, the man I looked up to my entire life. You know.
Because now he don't look up to me because we almost the same size.
No, I still look up to you.
Oh, okay.
You know, you're a role model. You know,
I do be rolling.
you do be rolling. You be rolling.
But hey, I'm sorry cutting you off. I'm just excited.
What are you excited about?
You see the cup, man.
I see that mug.
You see the mug, man.
I see that mug.
Y'all see the mug? Do y'all see the mug? Let me even go over here. Y'all see the mug?
They see it. They see it.
Merch is coming, man. This is one of the samples, man. So we got the mug. We're gonna have the mug for y'all. We got t-shirts, sweatshirts. We're doing a nice little run for starters real quick. You know what I'm saying? To see for the this one is for the day ones. I was about to say the ride or dies because I don't know if they ride or dies, but these are day ones. People that's been there
Since the beginning.
Since the beginning. We still in the beginning.
We are.
So you here now because this is gonna be limited prints. This is gonna be only for a limited time.
So our
I
day
think.
ones get one of these mugs.
No, they don't. We not. Shoot, you can't buy them. You ain't just.
Oh,
gonna
okay.
send 'em
Hey,
out.
I was
No,
just
you
clear.
guys are gonna have the privilege
Mm-hmm.
of ordering these limited first edition. I don't even know what we're gonna call them yet, but this you get the logo with us on there and the Generational Talk, the podcast logo. So once it drops, so I'm just saying it's for day ones. Like you guys are gonna only be the only ones with this. You know, we're gonna have other stuff created, and we may bring it back later. But we're gonna once we drop this, we're gonna run it for a limited time. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm saying day ones. I'm not.
Okay.
I wish that I could just send you guys all mugs, but the way my wallet is set up.
We just not there yet.
Also, you know, I be forgetting it's a we. So we can probably pitch in together and send out some mugs.
Yeah. We could have a discussion about that. Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
Hey man, I'm so hyped about this mug, man. So
He really is hyped.
the first.
This man was so excited. He ripped it out the box like it was Christmas morning.
How many mugs should we give away, man? Should we do another raffle or should we just say the first people?
I think our day ones. I think the first people.
The first people to comment, or should we put do another raffle type situation? Let's do a raffle.
We gonna do a raffle?
Yeah.
That probably is the
Because
fairest.
people go to work when the podcast drops. They probably
Yeah,
can't.
that's true. That's
So,
true.
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
For just one mug?
No, we're gonna give away how many?
Like 3 to 5.
See, and you said odd numbers. I hate odd numbers. So either we're gonna
2.
give away 4 or we're gonna give away 6.
Let's do
I say
4.
Let's do 6.
6? Let's do 6. Let's do 6.
All right. So I mean, I'm hyped, man. I like the mug, man. So if you guys, we gonna say it again. You got to say, "Give me that mug." Comment, "Give me that mug" on this episode, and we will do a drawing.
All caps. Gotta be all caps. Give me
Gotta
that
be all
mug.
caps.
All
Give me that
caps.
mug. And I don't know. I want the mug spelled with 2 G's. 2 G's on
Hey.
the mug. You know what I'm saying?
Because there are 2 G's on the podcast.
Ooh, this boy getting cold with it. He getting cold with it, man. But dang, we wasted a lot of time again. But hey, sometimes you gotta do that. This episode is part 2 of the episode that just dropped before this one. and where we're talking about church and religion.
Mm-hmm.
And the comments has been, the conversation has carried over to the comments, and that's what we want.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
absolutely.
saying? But what I did notice is that people watched it, but they didn't like it. So I don't know if that means they really don't like it, or if they just, I don't know. It probably takes too much to go up and click on the thumbs up.
It does seem like a lot.
That's a lot of work.
It's to get the mouse from there all the way to there.
Yeah.
It's too much.
So,
or maybe their hand-eye coordination. They ain't got their glasses on, so they can't. They be clicking everywhere.
Speaking of glasses, guys.
Oh man. Hey.
What's up? What's up, man? I can see good now. You know what I'm saying? I'm here.
Hey, this is Kent Clark
here.
right here. Hey, okay.
Hey, it's no more of these. Now I can do these.
He can see clearly now.
I can see clearly now.
Saw it coming.
The rain is gone. Or should I say the fog or the blur? But so get back to that.
Mm-hmm.
Give me that mug. Put 2 G's on the mug.
Mm-hmm. All caps.
Like, subscribe, continue to comment so we can continue this conversation. And now we're gonna get back into what we were talking about.
Let's get into this part 2.
So did you watch it? Did you watch the episode when it dropped on Thursday?
I did.
I did too. And we both have our different opinions on, church and whatnot. But me watching it, I feel that it kind of intertwined in with church and religion. But then, like, when I go to the comments, the question seems to be, Jeff, go to church, or Jeff, why don't you go to church, or did this make you not
like
go?
it was directed at you, but not the entire thing, right?
No, I mean, maybe it was something that I was saying that made people, just hold on to the church thing, but it's kind of more of a religion thing too. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I don't think we dove into that as much, so that's why most people are just holding on to the church. But I still believe that, and it was someone said that in the comment, that we are the church. So that's my point. Like, why do I have to keep going to this building when I am the church? I am part of the church, and like, you even made the comment to where you said you can have Bible study at home. You know what I'm saying? That's church.
Right.
So, it's like a family church, and that's pretty much what I was trying to get at. Like, it's not necessary to keep going to this building and, participating in and, helping build this building up when your household's struggling. You know what I mean?
I get you.
Yeah. So, and I don't know. It was kind of hard for me to hear you say some of the things that you said, because I seen me, like, in some of the stuff you were saying, because I used to think like that, and I'm not saying that it's wrong. It was just, it's just not my belief, and just hearing that, like, I don't want to take it away from you, like, oh, you shouldn't believe that. That's never what I want to do. But what I will suggest is, like, don't speak on stuff that you don't 100% know yourself. Don't just trust, because you said that in there. You said you don't have faith in this man, but you're preaching what this man has told you. Because you didn't go and gain this information on your own.
Mhm.
You feel me?
Mhm.
And a lot of the stuff that was said was it wasn't like information that you got on your own. You heard someone say it, so this is what you're gonna, to pass on to someone else, if that makes any sense.
It makes sense, and it's not that like I just took what that person said and just ran with it. It's like whenever I hear like that person say something, especially if it's from the book, then I'll open it up myself, so that I could take a deeper dive into it, understand it before I say it, or even attempt to preach it myself, if that makes any sense.
I mean, it makes sense if that's what really happens.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to, and here again, you're my son, so it's coming from a whole different place. It's not coming from me trying to make you look bad or me trying to clown you in any way, but I want you to really know what you're saying when you say it, and really really mean that you really went in. I read this, so I know that. Don't just say it's in the book. Don't be one of those, oh, it's in the book, so, but you've never read it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that's a good practice. Or don't go and just because either your mom, your dad, your grandma, or your pastor, or someone at church told you this, and you say, "Oh, that sounds good," and I'm willing to believe that. You know what I mean? And you really didn't go and you do the extra due diligence to really get a deeper understanding, like you said, then don't say that.
Right.
Just just be 100% like, oh well, I heard, or they were talking at the church, and this is say that. Don't say this is what it believe, this is what it means, or because of what I read, and you really didn't read it. You know what I mean? Because if you made it as if, yeah, when I study the Bible, and then when you're saying stuff, it's like, oh, you don't study the Bible. You know what I mean? Because it's like when I watched it again, I'm like, well, why didn't he, correct me or say something? Because when it was just a simple, when I didn't know, someone said, well, my mom said it in the comments that it's Dance Like David, and I said Paul and Peter or something, and if you're really reading the Bible, you would have been like, oh, it's David, man. You know what I'm saying? And your grandpa's named David, so you should have, you should have been up on that. So don't. I guess what I'm trying to say is don't be out there false. You're out there false flagging, man. You know what I'm saying?
No, not trying to be out there false flagging. I try my best to practice what not only what I learn from the pastor or whoever else, but also doing my due diligence to like actually read it myself. Like by no means am I like a what's the word I'm looking for? Like, I don't know the Bible from cover to cover. By any means, I don't. But I might have said some things just in the heat of passion,
because this is just a conversation,
right? Exactly.
It's just that's the best thing that I like about this podcast, to be completely honest, is just really having a conversation, and at the same time we're learning about each other. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure you didn't know that that's how I felt about church. No. You know what I mean?
No, not at all. Because I remember we used to go to church when we were younger, but I always wondered like, why did it stop? But then again, I was like, maybe he just wants to keep the weekends, the whole entire weekend for his kids. And so we would always go out and have a great time. He would take us to either the basketball courts or Chuck E. Cheese or some. So to me, it was no complaining on my end, because I was like, just hanging with my dad.
Yeah, it's better than church, huh? I mean, when you're younger, yes, better.
Yeah.
This is better. I didn't want to sit in that place where we can't move and everybody's telling us to shh.
It was just so loud. It was so loud. The one we used to go to, it was just so loud. Like, I couldn't hear myself. I'm like at the top of my lung. I'm like, am I talking? But it would be like, am I talking?
Yeah.
You know, it's like, it was crazy.
That was crazy. Even a lot of older people would be like that. They'll be like, "It's too loud in here. Like, why does he need it this loud?" Don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Hopefully, we want the people across the street to hear it as well. That's what they wanted.
I have no idea, but it was stadium sound.
In a small
For, what is it? Conference hall setting.
It was a conference hall setting.
Yeah, it's just concert sound for hall. But yeah, that was always a problem.
Mm-hmm.
The sound, how loud it was in there. And so I did want to dive into like some other things, like instead of just focusing on the church itself, because I really feel like I don't have to go to church and to have any type of relationship with God. Like, this is all perspective. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think everybody has their own interpretation of who God is.
Mm-hmm.
So no one knows that they're right. You know, you just believe and you have faith that the one I chose is the right one.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know if you understand. Can you name different? I don't know if it's maybe it's dominations. I just scrambled the hell out of my brain. Denominations. Maybe it's denominations, but can you name different? I guess forms of Christianity.
No, I can't.
See, and I mean, you should. There's so many. Like, I can't name all of them, but there's so many. Like what is it? Apostolic.
You know, I really don't know much about the other forms of it, and that was something that I heard during a church sermon, like some years ago, that there are just so many different kinds that I'm like just to keep it plain and simple, like if someone asks me if I'm Christian or whatever, I'm just like, I'm a follower of Christ, just to keep it plain and simple. You know, just because there are just so many different religions branching off.
What's the denomination of the church that you go to? What's the name of it?
It's a Christian church.
So is so-and-so, like, say, generational Christians of God in Christ or something like that?
I don't understand the question.
So there's, say, Seventh-day Latter-day Saints. You know what I'm saying? You might know them as LDS or Mormons. I think they're Christians. You know what I mean? There's a Baptist church. You know, First Ave Baptist Church. They're Christians, but they're Baptists. You know what I'm saying? Like, so is yours just yada 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 church, or is it just, do it have like a under tag to it?
No under tag. It's just called Calvary Chapel. Yeah, Calvary Chapel.
They're everywhere.
There are a lot of Calvary Chapels. That's why I stopped right there. You know, it's just Calvary Chapel of whatever city.
Yeah, so I think the chapel means something. I think that
I'll look into that.
Yeah, I think that's a denomination meaning in itself. Probably, I don't know. I could be wrong, but
I'll look into that.
Yeah, I see Calvary chapels everywhere. Yeah, but Yeah, and then you said it's hard to find a church that you want to call your own, but it's not. If you want to move from Anaheim all the way out to Chino, you just look for Calvary Chapel. But I won't go to this other Calvary Chapel out here.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's, I don't know, because when I say, like, when you want to find a church that you can call your own or call home, it's not just the building itself. You know, it's also the people that reside in it. You know, it's also the teaching style. You know, it's like every location is different in its own little way.
So you, how many different Calvary Chapels have you been to?
I've been to two.
Is it like the same style? Because I think they're all like the same style, pretty much.
Well, they were similar, but then at the same time, like the words being spoken, you know, it's like people have their different styles of preaching, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, so that's kind of how it felt.
Yeah.
You know, so when I came across the one that I really liked, you know, it's just like it's the one I stuck with.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So one of the main things that kind of made me start questioning this whole religion thing is, you know, because there's a lot of cliche stuff out there. So one of them was, you know, like, I don't know if you hear it, but we hear it a lot in like the black community, like when someone passes away or they die, they say, oh, God needed an angel in heaven or up there or something like that. And like, I never really paid attention to that until, you know, my nephew was taken, you know, and he was a kid. One of the best kids that I've ever known. I don't ever think I will ever know another kid with that kind of a heart, you know, and just, I don't know, he was just a good kid. And it's just like, I started thinking of it deeper, you know, well, if God needed an angel and he took him from not only, you know, us, but he took him from his mom. You know, I'm like, that's selfish. Like, I'm like, now I'm starting to question this. I don't, because the God that we've been taught about, and you know, my whole upbringing, it doesn't sound like he would do that. So somebody's lying to me. You know what I mean? And that really affected me, religious wise, and just life. Like this is a crazy life, because that really bothered me deeper than any other death that, you know, and still to this day, it just, I still don't, I don't get it.
Yeah.
Because I mean, and then I felt wrong, because my real true feelings was, I know so many other kids that, and it's hard to say, but this was a real feeling, that deserve this more than why him. That was my why him. As like, I could name a bunch of other kids that I've met that should take his place. And I even felt bad for feeling like that. But that was my true feeling. Like, why him? Why this one?
Right.
And I don't want to hear any of that, oh, well, God needed an angel.
Yeah, I personally never heard that phrase spoken before, but I think that might just be like a coping mechanism, maybe. I'm not sure.
Mechanism.
You
It
know,
doesn't work.
Yeah. So I think maybe it helps some people just to make them feel a little bit better, like, you know, like he's in a better place, you know, like he's now flying high with the angels. I feel like those are just words to kind of like help comfort those who might need it most.
I think sometimes those words need to just be swallowed and shut up. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't help. It doesn't help. And sometimes if you don't know what to say, just don't say nothing. You know what I'm saying?
It doesn't help you in particular, or it just doesn't help in general?
Tell me how does that make you feel? Like if someone close to you passed and someone would say, "Oh, he's in a better place"?
Well, I think it would bring me some comfort, because yeah, I would be, man, there would be no words to really describe how I feel if someone super close to me would to just pass, like, of course you're sad, you're devastated, you're an emotional wreck, but through all that sadness and all those like mixed emotions, you just, someone reminds you like, hey, like, they really are in a better place, it's like,
To you.
yeah,
So
to me.
my thing is, that's pushing your belief on someone. Like, they're just super never gonna get over this. And like, those type of words really bother me. You know what I'm saying? They bother me to the core. And I just didn't understand. I still don't understand. Like, why him? You know what I mean? And it still bothers me to this day. It's just like, why him? Sometimes I just sit back and I look at old videos of him dancing and, of we at the amusement park, him playing, him smiling. It's like, why him? Not only the time that, when he passed away, but just going through all of this stuff through all of his life. Why him?
Yeah. I don't think anyone on this planet could give you an answer as to why him.
So that's the thing. Like, so that's exactly what I'm saying. So don't try. Like, those words don't do anything. Like, I don't think people understand until they go through it, yeah, you're trying your best to make this person feel better, but them words sting more later at night. Like, yeah, get over it. How you just want me to get over it and move on? I can't. I don't know. It was just that was like a hard time.
I remember it
for
was
me. And then the craziest part of and I still can't make this make sense to me, because he was in the same hospital that DeMario ended up in. Same hospital. I think it was even the same floor. Like, every time it was just that shit was so hard. Like, I think through that whole time, once he got out of the ICU, because you were with me that day.
I was with you that day,
and we were joking. We were joking on the way, because he didn't want to come with us, and that was the first time I let him stay anywhere. He didn't want to come with us. And he said, "Can I just stay, please, with my friends?" And we was just like, "All right, cool." So
we went to go get something to eat, right?
And we were gonna go to drive go-karts. And I said, "Well, after we finish, then we'll go pick him up." And then we got the call, and we're driving to the hospital. Like, why would he run across the street? Like,
right.
I hope he's not hurt bad, or maybe he messed up his arm or something. And as soon as we got there, it was just like a scene from a movie. Is anybody else here with you? I'm just like, could you just tell me what's going on? Yeah, do you have any support here? And I'm just like, come on, man, tell me what's going on, And once they told, it was just like, oh my God. Like, what? I didn't even tie the two hospitals together until he got out of ICU and we went over to the other side. And from that moment, I think I just kind of checked out. I was just like, this is crazy. This is not happening. This is not, it's just, that was like one of the hardest times ever. And I'm dealing with all of that. Like, this is where my nephew was, you know what I mean? And then even after him getting out, then my nephew went back in there. So we're all like on this. I'm just like, why am I being tied to this hospital? You know what I mean? Like, and I could never make sense of that. And it still baffles me, because, I lost, like, there's two two good kids, man. Two good kids. And I just didn't want to hear the normal Christian stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh man, there's better days ahead. Like, how? Like, what?
Mm-hmm.
You know, sometimes, I realize that it's just somebody trying to make you feel better about the situation.
Yeah.
But I was so angry.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when I spazzed out on the chaplain of the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
I said, keep him away from me, man, because he doesn't know me. He
Mm-hmm.
doesn't know the situation. I don't want to hear that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I really didn't.
Mm-hmm.
I think he said one thing to me, and it just did not sit well with me, and I was just like, I don't want to talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
Please don't come around here no more. I don't believe you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I think I told him, I said, my son is in there in a coma right now.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think anything that you're saying is going to make that change? If not, don't talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
And he kept trying to say, I said, don't talk to me. Go in there and fix that situation if you can. If not, don't talk to me. And I was just like, I don't want to talk to him. I didn't want. Someone told the pastor about it, because at this time I was not, fucking
Mm-hmm.
with that church.
Mm-hmm.
And someone told him, and he showed up one day, and it's just like,
Mm-hmm.
why? You know what I'm saying? I didn't tell you about this. You know what I'm saying? For a reason.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
want to hear your crap right now. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
then it was exactly what I thought. Oh, well, we went down there and we woke him up. But you didn't do nothing. Why are you taking credit for this?
Mm-hmm.
So it's a combination of all of that stuff. And it all happened around that same time,
Mm-hmm.
to where it's like, I don't believe in this stuff, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's just weird. You know what I'm saying? So when I hear you talk like that, it just reminds me of how I was, and then I don't want to be, negative towards it. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? But that's my energy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
it's almost like I don't want to talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it was good that we talked about it on here, just so we can kind of get an understanding of where we both come from
Mm-hmm.
in that. And I really do hope that, it stays positive
Mhm.
for you, in that. But I just really don't. I don't trust it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's hard for me to trust people because I trusted that, and I was completely let down. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that, and even right now it's just hard talking about it, but I don't ever think that I will ever not feel like I wasn't let down. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, that's just like one of the biggest letdowns. And I won't go into much details
Mhm.
because, it's just,
Mhm.
it's hard.
Yeah,
you
it's
know
a
what I'm
hard
saying?
topic.
And but that's where my stem from, not only the church, it's just religion.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can't say I don't like the church, because the church is the people.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some good relationships that were formed while I was in church, and like I said, some of the people that went on that fishing trip with us, we all grew up in the church together, and we still kind of talk to each other, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And those are some good people.
Mhm.
So I'm not going to say I don't like them. I just don't like the fact of going into this building and uplifting this building when, maybe your household is struggling.
Mm.
And it's, and I really don't like the way that the church, from my experience, plays on that. Oh, well, if you struggle, you need to give, and you can't get nothing out of life if you don't give, and just to play on all these words, and people still giving and people still struggling.
Mm-hmm.
So somebody lying,
Mm.
and And I know at the church you go to, like the chapel, we'll call it the chapel. They don't preach that type of message like that. But to me, it's the same message. It's just not as aggressive. Because the main thing people say is, oh well, can't run a church for free. Okay, well, you can't live at home for free. So which one is more important? The church or your home? You know what I'm saying? Some people think the church is more important. I don't.
Yeah, based on perspective, Damn, I had a question, but I forgot what it was.
Oh. What was it? It probably was inappropriate.
Why would it be inappropriate?
Because you are inappropriate at times.
So if you are not interested in going to that building, would you be open to an at-home Bible study?
Why? Why do I need that?
I'm just like circling around everything you said. I'm just.
Well, it don't sound like it, because I'm like, I don't. It's not just church; it's religion. So why would I want to study something I don't believe in?
I don't know.
What would be the purpose of me studying it? To do what?
Just so that the power is taken into your own hands.
It's already in my own hands. I don't want to fucking go, so I'm not gonna go. I don't want to read the book, so I don't want to read the book. That's the power in my hands. And maybe you guys said it another way, because I had to shut that down.
Well, I just thought that maybe part of the problem was just the going, because of all the people, the different people who possibly may or may not be able to be trusted,
Right, but I just gave you a whole nother perspective and a whole nother deeper dive into, it's not just church, it's the whole religion thing. And then your first question was about me having a church at my house.
Yeah, I know. It's weird. It's weird, but like I think and this is just my own opinion, there's nothing like solid beneath it or behind it.
Should I say it right now? These quotes are Asante's opinion, and Asante's opinion alone has nothing to do with Generational Talk, the podcast, or
You gotta do it faster.
I'm gonna speed it up.
All right, okay. Yeah, I think when you're already not interested in something, and then people try to bring it to you during an even harder time or a harder point in your life, it just amplifies your dislike or distrust in it, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Like if it's the last thing that was really already on your mind, and now you're even going through even more hardship, and people try to almost like they're trying to force it onto you, and it's just like it makes it feel even worse.
Yeah, this basket is full. There's nothing else needed to go in here. Why are you stuffing shit in here? You know what I mean? Yeah.
I get that. So that's kind of like where my question stemmed from. Like maybe like during good times, if you would just maybe read on your own. That's all it was. No.
I really have no interest. I don't. And like I said, if that's your thing, that's your thing. All right, man.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Everyone has the right to do literally what they want. They don't it's not like other places where you are forced to go to church. No, right. You're free to do what you like.
Because I mean, here's another one, and I would, and all these things is I'm encouraging you to find out this information. Do you know when religion was introduced to us? I could say no. Yeah. You don't know. But were you about to ask a question as far as something, or
no?
Okay, so do you know why it was introduced to us? Those are things you probably need to look up. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of different people come up with different reasons on why stuff was introduced to us and when it was introduced to us and what were we doing before religion was introduced to us. I just feel like we were a happier people before religion was brought to us. You know what I'm saying? And it's just one more of them things that helps separate people. You know what I mean?
I get that.
Yeah, and I mean, one of the funniest things ever in life, religion-wise, was when I was moving to Utah. My dad had me thinking that Mormons were a gang.
Not a gang.
You know how your grandpa be. He be like, "Oh, you better watch out for the Mormons out there." And I'm just like,
I did catch him saying that one time.
I'm saying, oh. I said, all right, you know. And I'm sitting there thinking that, and then my first encounter with a Mormon was the missionary Mormons that be on the bicycle with the white
suit
shirt
and
and
tie,
the little, with their name on there, elder something, you know. And I was like, I think I heard him say something, and I heard somebody walk by and be like, "Nah, there go them Mormons." And I was like, "That's a Mormon? That's a Mormon?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Man, I beat the shit out of that Mormon."
No.
You know, because
Only
he
because
had
you-
me scared that
yeah,
they were a gang.
yeah,
I'm
right.
like, man, I could take down a Mormon.
Right.
You know,
Because of what you were told,
right?
you're okay.
Like I'm
yeah.
not just gonna go start
Yeah,
beating the shit out of Mormons.
yeah. It's
but,
because
you know,
you were actually like wondering. You were afraid. It was like it was like what's
yeah,
they gonna
like the
get
Ku
ran
Klux
up
Klan
on
or something.
You
Like,
know, I get
watch
you.
out for the clans.
I
man.
get it. I
But,
get it.
yeah, immediately. I just started talking to him all the time. I'm like, I'm not gonna join your thing, but you know, I'll let you give your spiel. You know, go ahead. What you got? You know, and because I mean, like at that time, all the ones I saw, they were on bikes, just happy. How you doing? You know, they'll talk to anybody.
Anybody.
I love that about Mormons. I had a Mormon friend. Like I never went to their church. I don't know. Did I go to the church? But I remember being in their league. Like, because I played basketball. And,
Oh, okay.
and the guy was like, hey, man, you think you can come down and play in our league on our team? We can use a guy like you. I said, yeah, I'll go, you know. And I'm in there playing. And because I was very passionate. You know?
About basketball?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
And I remember saying, oh, my God.
Like, that's exactly what you said?
Yeah. In the game, because they caught a foul on me or something. I was like, oh, my God. They was like, dang. No question. They gave me a tech. And I'm like, what did I do? He said, don't you swear in here or something. And I was like, nobody swear. I just said, oh, my God. Another one. And my buddy said, hey, you're using, you know, the Lord's name in vain.
Yeah.
I was like, how the fuck, you know?
Oh, damn. Another one went off.
No, when I'm talking to him, he was like, see, stuff like that, you know? You can't swear. I said, but I didn't swear to him. He's like, it's almost like a swear.
Yeah, right.
I was like, dang, that's crazy. And after that, I was like, just take me out, man.
Dang, you benched yourself.
No, it was pretty much I had to go because I had 2 texts. But that was a crazy experience. Like, and just to see, like, the difference of, you know, religions, you know, and I mean, and they're some of the greatest people, some of the nicest people, man, you know, and I guess basically what I'm trying to say is get you a Mormon friend, you know, you got to find you a Mormon friend, and yeah, life would be better.
Yeah, if everyone had a friend.
Yeah, and I was gonna ask. Excuse me if y'all heard that belch.
They probably
Gatorade
did.
Belch.
They probably did.
They probably did.
They probably did. You were pretty close to the mic.
Shit. But I did say excuse me, so I was polite. I had
You
my
did.
manners.
Yeah.
I got manners. So do you consider yourself like a good Christian, like a good follower, good believer? I don't know how you would say it. I'm just naming out shit.
Yeah, I would.
So do you look at the Bible as like the book of law or stuff that you should follow?
Do I look at it as the book of law?
What do you look at it for? Because you know, you kept saying the book, and you're reading the Bible, and it's in the Bible, and you know, you guys. Not to try to bunch y'all up in a group like y'all just all a bunch of people that just, you know. But That's one of the main things. The Christians, they're like, oh yeah, this book right here, like they hold it up like, yeah, live by this book.
Well, I think, like, for me, like, literally, I have my Bible open bedside, like right next to me where I sleep on the nightstand.
That was cool because I was gonna ask you, do you even know where your Bible is? But you beat me to it.
Yeah, I have it open with my my notebook beside it in case like I come across something or a scripture that I liked or something that really made me feel a type of way for that day or something. I'll write it down. But I think it's different for just about everyone. Like me, like for me, the Bible is kind of like a sense of motivation, or what's the other word I'm looking for? I'm just gonna stick with the word motivation.
So it's not like a how to be a Christian guide for you.
No, I think throughout my entire life, I was taught that from a young age.
Taught what?
Like just to be like a good devout is it devout or devout? I remember this. I was getting two words mixed up.
I think it's devout.
Devout? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, just to be like a good devout Christian, or a follower of Christ. But these days, especially with my super busy schedule, I just have my Bible open, bedside. If ever I'm really going through something, or if I need some extra encouragement, or like I just had like a really shitty day, I just start flipping through scriptures. I'll go to the table of contents, or like even behind that it says like, oh, read this scripture if everything's going great, read this scripture if you're really going through hard times. It's all there laid out for you. So that's kind of what I use it for these days.
So,
but there are those who are like, this is the book of law. Everything in here.
That's why I was
goes.
just making, because and you came across, in my opinion, on the last episode as if that you were that guy. And so I'm just like, I wonder if he really reads that thing and just really, and abides by it, because I mean, you have tattoos.
Yeah, I don't think anyone abides by the Bible 100%.
That's the thing. I'm like, people pick and choose what they want to live by in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it makes me feel like you're a hypocrite. You shouldn't talk to me about that then. If you are practicing anything outside of what it says you should do in this Bible, then don't talk to me about it, because you don't believe it. That's my stance, because it's a lot of stuff that's in the Bible that people overlook because it just doesn't feel good to me to not have to not do this. So because I mean, people out here can tell you all day that I'm a good Christian, but they
don't follow the Bible 100%.
Fucking and fornicating and Hey.
Well, that was aggressive. That was
what?
Fornicating. that was aggressive. No, but
what was aggressive?
Like, it was provocative. That's the word. That's the word I'm looking for.
Will Ferrell said it's there's nothing wrong with being provocative. It gets the crowd going.
It gets
man.
the crowd going.
Come on, man.
But no, I mean, from what I've learned and things that I've seen firsthand, that us being human beings, we all just fall short of being perfect.
And it's fine because what? We're human.
Yeah.
But in all honesty, we're taught that we're all God's children. And it just doesn't make sense that my dad wants to send me to hell.
He doesn't want to send you there.
I know, but if I don't do something, then I'm going to hell, pretty much. So that's, I'm just saying that's how I look at it. I break it down into layman's, and it's like, I'm your father. You do something bad or outside of what I would like you to do, I'm not gonna condemn you and send you to hell.
Mhm.
You know, I'm not even gonna be like, I'm not fucking with him no more. I'm not even gonna do that.
Mhm.
I'm still gonna be a dad.
Mhm.
And hey, man, if any way that I can help you, then I'm still here. You know what I'm saying? If and I doubt that our personalities will ever have us at odds or at, to something that we can't come back from.
Mhm.
Because a lot of families get into
Like heated discussions.
and it's just a situation
Mhm.
that you should be able to come back from this.
Right.
But sometimes it gets so deeply rooted into something else,
Mhm.
then it doesn't
yeah.
deal with that
Like
anymore.
sometimes it festers inside. You didn't like that word.
Fester.
Oh God! All right, continue. with
Wasn't
your-
it Uncle Fester? Wasn't he creepy? I don't like
no,
creepy
yeah.
words, man.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
Sorry. But I guess I don't fester. Yeah, it festers.
Mhm.
I don't know what
All
that
right. Well,
means.
we're not gonna use that word.
But yeah, it turns into something else,
Mhm.
and it's like because you didn't deal with that back then.
Mhm.
So now this subject is making you feel another way, and then you're remembering, oh, you did this before, and this is how I felt when this, and you start adding all this other shit, and now because you didn't deal with it, it's this big cluster of shit
Mhm.
that now either we're gonna have to hash it out and deal with all of this at once because we never did it. We kept sweeping it under the rug, and now under the rug is a fucking hill of dirt.
Yeah.
I think that's the problem where people they can't come back from that. They're like, I'm over this nigga. I'm over this motherfucker. I can't deal with this situation no more. Whatever.
Mhm.
I don't think we'll ever be in that situation.
No, and I think the reason behind that is because like we've been in each other's entire life. Like we've seen each other through good and bad struggles and all of it. So it's
I think that plays a part,
Mhm.
but I think it's deeper to the way I was raised and you were raised, right? So like, I have a bunch of brothers and we're all raised in the same house, but we all came out different.
Differently,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So what I'm saying is it doesn't really have anything to do with how we were raised in that aspect, but how I was raised and how you were raised will allow us to always be able to talk to each other, always be able to communicate because of it's okay to hug. Oh, it's okay to say I love you. Oh, it's so, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people that run away from that, and it's crazy, and I'm not trying to tie this into anything, but it's crazy that there's a lot of people that won't do that and that think it's perfectly fine and they consider themselves Christian. So it's like, how can you consider yourself a Christian if you're not being a Christian in all aspects? I don't know. And so that's just a whole nother reason why I'm just like, I don't have time to believe in this shit because it's so much that I'm always going to be on the, okay, well, why do you do this? Or why is this? Or why is, I don't want to go through life just whying everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's just it's a lot, man. And it's just funny that there's some people in these comments that wrote a book, And I felt like it was directed towards me,
I think a lot of them were just questions,
I think they were
questions and maybe a little bit of background to back the statement or the question, I should say.
Well, which one is the question?
But
maybe you can make me feel a different way.
But I get it because you want to. Oh man! Oh, here come the glasses. There we go. I can see clearly now.
The glare is gone.
But I get it because
you talk. I'm gonna read this because I want to respond to someone.
I was gonna say you just want to go through life being the best you that you can possibly be.
Yeah, and fuck shit up on the way. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, all right. I don't know what that second part's about, but yeah, all right.
And you don't want to know what that second part is about.
I
You know what I
want to
mean?
know.
No, but my thing, man, I think I am. I'm a good dude. You know what I'm saying? And
Good
I'm
dude,
a good
great
person.
father. You know, I'm sure a good neighbor. You know.
Come on, man. And I just I'm an all around good person.
Mhm.
And there's a lot of stuff that's been done to me. You know what I mean? That I think I don't deserve. But in the same sense, I don't think that person is doing that. Well, I don't think everybody that's done me wrong is doing that on purpose. They don't even understand or realize that they're doing it wrong because this is just something that they would do. You know what I mean? So I don't take every person doing me wrong as, you do this on purpose. And sometimes that's my downfall because I give a lot of people the benefit of the doubt, and I try to find the positive in every negative. You know? So, but if it comes to the point to where I'm just like, I don't see no positive in this, I ain't got time for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Then it's just like, there it is. I'm not
Yeah.
I'm not wasting my time, man. So
You reading the comments?
yeah, I really did love. Dang, I'm not gonna use the word love because if I don't love everybody's comment, then they're gonna say, "Oh, well, what about mine?" You know. But I really did appreciate. There was a comment in here that was directed towards me, and it didn't make me feel, you know, like didn't make me feel bad. You know, like I had to correct it or feel wrong about something. You know, it was it said church is a restoration place. You know what I mean?
You would have to define that word for me.
Restoration, like it say if you get an old car, you're gonna restore it to its original state.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's restoration in that form. But just like to bring you back to
new.
New. Unfortunately, people do, and it's so, I don't know if you guys can really see how much joy I have reading this right now because of my glasses, but yeah, it's making me feel good about reading again. But it said, unfortunately, people do get hurt in church. You know what I'm saying? It's not, she's talking to me, but it's not making me feel bad like well, you need to get back into church, you know, or, you know.
Yeah.
And there was a comment on here where it said, Jeff, go back to church. God's been good to you. And, you know.
Yeah,
like,
I saw that.
I know that guy. You know what I'm saying? So I know exactly where. That's not like, oh, boy, you need to get back into church. And,
yeah.
I know where that was coming from. So,
Okay.
Yeah. That one made me laugh. And it says, we are in a war. I can kind of get that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we at war. You know what I'm saying? And we go to church to gather together and get the plan of God how to fight the enemy. Okay. When you are in the service and you are in a strange place, a war breaks out, you are going to want to be with like kind. Makes sense on why someone will go to church. You know what I'm saying? This is the reason that she goes to church. We are the church. Exactly. We are the church. Every pastor will give an account of their action. Everyone says that. So then it says, when following Christ, we get favor in this world and after. God will heal the broken heart. Much love. So she gave her reason and her perspective on why, and at the end, kind of a shout out, like God will mend that broken heart, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I can hear that your heart's broken, or you know you have some pain that you need to deal with, or some healing. God will heal that. Don't worry about it. Much love. You know what I'm saying? And like you know, the whole every pastor will have to let's say every pastor will have to give an account for their action. Sometimes that's like a cop out because I mean it's like So what? Are we still supposed to just go to this church even after? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Am I wrong for leaving because I didn't want to wait for him to have to answer to God for his actions? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it's people that like, I'm just going to sit in my seat. God's going to deal with them. And this is, you know what I'm saying? I'm not that dude. I'm like, that's stupid.
Mm-hmm.
To let this dude just keep getting away with it and just say, oh, God going to get him. Here's some more money. And here you go. Some tithe. And then, you know, speaking of tithes, it's like, that's, I believe that's man's interpretation on, you know, what tithing really is. It's like, bring it, I think it says, bring ye tithe into the storehouse. What's the storehouse?
I don't know. I would have to do more research on the origins of that.
Yeah, I'm not bringing it to you, dude. Like, you not a storehouse.
It's going towards the bills.
Yeah. But anyway,
that was a good comment, though.
I really appreciated that comment. Thank you, Beverly Kitchen. All right, thank you. That was pretty good. You know, I try not to get personal with these things, but you know, see my mom in there. My mom was she was in there shouting out, you know, trying to give her boy some guidance. You know, and she the one that said dance like David. So I think my mom was she was commenting as she was watching.
Yeah,
I think so. She went in on these comments, man, and it's one she said it's the people who put their pastor on a pedestal. Yeah, but I think we do that because of how. I think we do that because of how the church is. I don't want to just say because of the pastor of what he's saying, but it has a lot to do with what he's saying and the word he's presenting to the church and how we're brought up to think of church and pastors. You had said that they're just men like us, but no one treats them like that. You don't just treat your pastor like a man like us.
Kind of like a teacher.
You don't treat him like a teacher. You wouldn't go to the teacher and be like, oh, thank you. But that's how people do pastors. Like, oh,
yeah,
thank you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, some people do treat them like that.
Such a blessing to be in your presence, and you know, you wouldn't do that to the teacher. You'd be like, nigga, am I getting an F or what? Because I try to make up these. You know what I'm saying? That ain't how you treat the pastor.
Not an F.
Yeah.
Be like, am I still at an A?
Boy, you know you got an F. Don't forget I'm your daddy.
No, we were talking about the pastor. Yeah. Personal back in
You
school.
said like a teacher.
You know?
And it said, never put your faith in man. I understand that. I get it. You don't want to put your faith in man, but we do it all the time. All the time. Like, I have faith that you're gonna come to the podcast when it's shooting. Sometimes you text me, oh, I forgot. Like, you know, this was early on.
Yeah,
it was like, oh man, I overslept. And
yeah, it was. I overslept.
You know.
Yeah.
And then it's like, I have so much faith in you. I had
working those night shifts. It was working them night shifts.
I really was sitting here looking at the thing, and I'm just
really.
Like, hey guys, he's not coming. You know. And. You know, but we put faith in men. Not men. I'm not just going to say men. Man, as in human. We put faith in, you know, not to dig in your personals, but, you know, you have faith in your girlfriend. She has faith in you. So even with that, you can't say that you can't put faith in men and in man. Because we do it all the time. In my opinion. So if you're looking at it as faith, like the faith you have in God, then you know that's a religional. I don't even know if that's a word. But that's a religion.
Sounded like one.
It did. Like sometimes I'll be saying shit and I'll be like, that sounds fire.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't say that. But but you know, if you're looking at it from a religion aspect, then it's not the same type of faith.
Mm-hmm.
Faith and trust is, you know, they run parallel to me,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And then it said, man will fail you every time. I don't think man will fail us every time, Mom.
Mm-hmm.
You know. But, you know, they have the potential of letting you down if you
Mm-hmm.
have these expectations. You know?
Definitely potential.
Yeah. Yep. And then my mom also said, you are the church. The
Mm-hmm.
church is the body of Christ, right? And we are the body. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, this is the church. Why do I have to go to the building?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We are the church, man. And I think this one was kind of funny to me. I'm like, Mom is stepping out. Like she said this one. She said, no one dead or alive is in heaven or hell yet.
Mm.
Like, what?
I don't know.
I'm like, yeah, hey, all right, Mom. Like, I don't think so either because I don't think there's a heaven or a hell.
Mm.
So that's why I think
Mm-hmm.
no one's there. But you know, she said yet. Like, you know,
Yeah.
like
as
everybody's
if-
getting wait. Everybody got to wait.
Yeah. You got to wait.
You got to wait. It ain't open yet.
You in the waiting
You know?
room.
Yeah. So yeah. Then my buddy says, go back to church, Jeff. LOL.
The one that you know. The
Yeah.
joking. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not joking. He's saying go back to church, but
No.
he's not saying it, you know, in a mean way.
Mm.
And it said God has been good to you, too good to you.
Mm-hmm.
The church hurt you and displayed ungodly actions.
Mm.
But I think it's a lot of, you know, if I put myself in that, it's going to be a lot of ungodly actions that I'm going to see. That's going to be like, oh, there it is again.
Mm-hmm.
Not doing that,
Mhm.
you know. And I think that's just, it's just where I am. You know what I'm saying, with this whole situation, man. It's just, you know, anything like if you were ever in an abusive relationship or any type of form of a relationship that you don't like, anytime you see that again, you're gonna run so far from it because you don't want to go back to that place again.
Mhm.
And that's fine. And you're like, oh nope, I know what that looks like.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't about to start beating on me, you know. And you have every right to feel like that because no one wants to get beat up again. Nobody wants to be beat.
Mhm.
And just look at it like that. I don't want to get beat again.
Mm.
I don't want to be in that abusive relationship.
Yeah.
Someone said, I feel the same way with the guy in the jeans jacket.
I don't remember wearing a jean jacket.
I have a
know.
jean jacket. And I'll get to two more because I kind of want to deal with this this Gonzalez. But let's see. Sandra Anthony. This is Auntie.
Mm.
It says the Bible says to study to show thyself approved. Like when people start talking like that, I'm already like, what is that? It reminds me of medieval times. The Bible says to study to show thyself approved. You have to study the word of God for yourself so that you know if the pastor is teaching and living what the words say.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that, but then I also think like, okay, so if you're studying the word and, you know, for yourself, why are you going? You know, why are you going? To just be like, oh, I can't wait till the pastor say something wrong because I'm going to be the first one up and be like, nope, that ain't it. It says here in my Bible.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But shout out to Auntie Sandra, man. She's always in here.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, like I said at first, man, it's going to take the family first, you know, and the family is showing up.
Yeah.
And
I think she should get a mug.
hey, if she put her name up in there, man, she can get that mug, man. And
what is it?
This Corinne Gonzalez. we'll keep it to this one because she wrote a book in here, you know. Well, at least a chapter of a book. You know, she wrote a chapter of the book.
Maybe a paragraph. I don't know about a whole chapter.
Look at him standing up for his mommy. But yeah, I'm not gonna read the long one. You guys can go in there and read it, and you know, I really do enjoy the fact that, you know, she wrote a lot, but you know, we can go in and read it and keep this conversation going, you know, and because this is just people's perspective, you know, and what she said was, Jeff, did one man, pastor ruin your belief in Christ? And which I hope I just answered that by giving more of a deeper you know,
you did. You answered that
on why I feel the way I did. And it's funny, she was there, you know what I'm saying? She was there, you know, she was there. So if so, maybe your eyes were not on God during that time and focused on a man who was supposed to be following the teaching God, following and teaching God's word, but trust that man will be held accountable for the way he was teaching. So that's pretty much saying like the same thing that, you know, Beverly was saying, you know, every pastor will be, you know, accountable for their actions. And I just want to say, no, it wasn't just that. It was, you know, pretty much I just explained
Yeah, you've explained it all in the beginning.
So I'm not going to go again and do a whole nother podcast. Just
Yeah.
rewind it.
Rewind it.
Yeah, if you want to get the answer, just rewind it. And then it says, God isn't only a God of love, he is also just. I don't know what that means. He's just. You know, you can't help me there either. Yeah, we're both stuck. Okay, well, he's just. Yeah, okay. Even Christ was flipping tables. I don't know. I was cracking up when I read that part. So it took me a couple times to try to read that again. But it said, even Christ was flipping tables when they turned his house of prayer into a den of thieves. Just going through flipping tables, like, you know.
Yeah, if I remember the story correctly, it's like she said, it was like a house of prayer, but like there was a lot of like trading and like money exchanging, a lot of stuff going on in there that shouldn't have been taking place in there.
He was in there flipping tables, turning the thing up. He turned up.
Yeah.
Christ got turned up.
I think that's what she means by just.
When you gonna turn up?
Yeah, like when there's a time for it, you do.
Oh, God isn't only a God of love, he is also just. So he can also turn up.
Yeah.
Hey, Miss Gonzalez, Corinne Gonzalez. I said Miss, my bad, sir. Mrs. Why is Mrs. MR? Anyway.
I don't know. Used to confuse me all the time.
Maybe because you are Mr.'s wife.
You're Mr.'s Mrs.
Yes. Damn, maybe that's why.
It's the
Somebody
glasses.
help me.
It's the glasses. The glasses are making them smarter.
Please.
Give me a pair.
The fuck out of here. I'm being smart. But that was just a right now. You know, like maybe that's why.
Because you're wearing the glasses.
No, stop blaming on the glasses, man. Can I get credit?
Yes, you're very intelligent, Father.
After you put on glasses. But anyway, and then it says, don't let that man ruin your eternity. I hate that. Because I know what she's trying to say. I know what she's saying. Like, you know, he's not going to ruin my eternity. Like, I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? I feel good about life. I still believe that there's a God. I just don't believe that we need this religion. You know, I don't think we need religion. You know what I'm saying?
So you believe in
I believe that there's a creator. I just don't know which one is the right one. Or, you know, because It's like
But you say you don't believe in heaven or hell?
I don't believe that there's a heaven or a hell. I don't.
Oh, okay.
It's hard for me to believe in stuff that I can't see.
Mm.
But I know someone had to create us. I know someone had to create us.
Mm-hmm.
Because have you ever been to the exhibit of the body exhibit?
No, I want to go though. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Let's get back to this. So, basically, someone had to create that. You just can't be,
Just
a
can't be.
sperm and an egg, and then that's all off. No, it's to me, it's just one of the craziest things to think about. A little tiny sperm and a little tiny egg can create us.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy.
It's hard to believe that.
It is. It's crazy.
You one day is gonna get with a woman, and you guys are gonna create another human.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's more into it than that. To me, it's like I can't believe that me and your mom, ourselves, created you. It just doesn't make sense to me. So there's something else.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to say. There's something else out there that creates us. So I believe that.
Yeah.
But I just don't believe in this whole, religion situation, because it's just too many. It's like how do you pick which cereal you want? There's so many boxes of cereal in the grocery store. You pick the one that tastes.
Huh?
Yeah, but you continue to get the one mostly that tastes the best to you.
Mm.
That's what religion is. It's like, I don't want to eat that cereal. I want this one. It tastes better. And it says there's only one way to heaven, and I think she was responding to that when we were having that road discussion.
Mm.
And it says through accepting Jesus Christ as your personal Lord and Savior. But I did that before, so I'm going. I did that.
Oh, you did?
I'm going.
Oh, okay.
I'm going.
You going?
I'm going to heaven.
Hey,
Ain't no hey. Do you think it's
so.
hey in heaven?
Hey?
Yeah, you said hey. Don't say hey, man.
No, because that is something only between you and God. Because
Okay.
I don't know your guys'
So
relationship.
leave it there.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's
Yeah.
my whole thing. A lot of people want to come out and try to tell someone how to be a Christian or
Well,
how
it's
to.
a personal
it has
relationship.
nothing to do with you.
It's a personal relationship.
Right.
I agree.
Right. So my personal relationship, and I think how me and God get down.
Mm-hmm.
I don't gotta go to the church, cause I am the church.
Mhm.
You know.
Mhm.
Thank you, Jesus.
Was that the last one, or are you gonna read more?
I'm not going into no more.
Oh, okay.
But let's say Kai Vasquez, Asante. I think the word you were looking for is devout.
Yeah. See,
So
we
you
corrected
you
that.
You were saying devote.
Yeah. I was saying the wrong word.
You were thinking about elections, like rock the vote. Like when Obama was running, they want to rock the vote. They making it hip hop rock the vote.
Mm.
So you were saying devote, like devote. Were you saying it like that? Like I want to go devote.
I think it was just that didn't come to mind. I was just saying devote. I just mistaked
I was trying to
the
help
word.
you. I was
Yeah.
trying to help
No.
you. You didn't
No,
want you
I
to-
just mistaked the word. That's all it was. Hey. But
But
we
yeah,
know
we're
it's
not
the-
gonna get it back into it. But you guys can go and read all these comments, and it's okay to get in on somebody else's comment and reply to it.
Mhm.
Because these are all just perspectives, man, and how people get down. And one thing that I do like to say in here is well, dang, I can't even come at him because I didn't respond to the comments. The reason I didn't respond is because I wanted to save some. I wanted to save some of my responses for the pod.
Mm.
And just last night, it was just so late. I had a long day yesterday. It was so late, and I didn't get a chance to really respond. But I read them, and I had to take care of some other stuff. But I'll go in there and I'll respond. I'll jump back in there and give my take on what you guys are talking about in there. But I do really appreciate everybody going in the comments and doing exactly what the goal is
no, seriously.
To carry on this conversation and to open up some dialogue and maybe even help someone else understand some things, you know, because there's a lot of is it misconception? Is that the word? Maybe that's the word. If not, then y'all can hit me up in the comments, man, and give me the right word.
Misconception.
But it's a lot of things that are just not really true about. Let me take my glasses off.
Now he can't say misconception. Try saying
So there's a lot of bullshit that happened in us. Shit, let me put the glasses back on, you know. So the misconception of, you know, Christianity is you know, it's just a lot that's just people don't understand, you know, and being in the comments and having that open dialogue will kind of give a different understanding, if you will, on, you know,
but
religion.
Yeah. I mean, this episode got a lot of comments, like a lot.
We should get more. I think we should get more.
I think it's gonna keep rolling.
I hope so. You know, and this is the main, you know, reason for us doing this, you know, and the people that help us put this on and put this out. You know, it's one of the main things, man. First is just a conversation between the father and the son, and I think you guys should be out there having these kind of conversations, you know. And if you're not, then what else are you talking about? You know, I really look forward to. We shoot these on Friday, so I really look forward to Fridays, and just being able to have a conversation. You know what I'm saying, and hopefully talk to more people in the world. You know, there's a lot of people watching and a lot of people not saying anything, but you know, I want to encourage everybody to let's have a voice. And I never really knew what to call it. So should that be we're gonna keep it something like that, the generational voices or something.
Okay.
Yeah. Something like that. But yeah, that's what we want. We want you guys to have a voice, and at the same time you guys can help us understand certain things. And you know, I really appreciate that part. I enjoy that part. Not as much as I enjoy coming and having a conversation, but it's up there. It's up there because that's a conversation as well. You know,
like when they helped me when I was saying that word wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you were saying it, I didn't want to bust you out, but I'm like,
you should have though.
We learn. So I learn. Sometimes it's not the best to do. And we learned in this situation that I would have bust you out, but I would have been wrong too, because I thought it was devoted.
You would have been twice as wrong. That's what you're doing.
No, you made me think it was devoted, but I thought it was devoted the whole time, because you said devote, and I'm like, is it devoted? Maybe devoted. So
well, now we know.
We both would have been wrong. But so I just let you keep saying it. Like, fuck it. Somebody gonna say something.
Somebody.
You keep on saying devote. But
nah. But hey,
I was about to say, yeah, man.
Hey, keep up with the comments. Like seriously, we really do appreciate it. That's what we want.
What? I'm not gonna
just
allow.
Go ahead and cut me off.
Yeah,
cool.
Because I don't want to hear you say keep meeting us in the comments. I don't.
Why?
Until you get in the comments.
I'm in the comments.
No, you make a comment.
I'm in the comments.
I'm gonna show you today when I get in there. I'm gonna show you how to be in them comments. Now, I'm gonna be in them comments.
All right.
So
You gonna
if
show me later. All right.
If you ain't in them comments like everybody else is in them comments, stop saying meet me in the comments or meet us in the comments.
Like, share, and subscribe then.
Please, please, please.
Please what?
And no, I'm saying yo, please,
Oh.
man, I'm agreeing with you. Golly. And check this out, man. The merch is coming. We got this. I was just so hype about this, man. So hype.
Like Christmas morning, opening up that box.
I don't even drink coffee, man. I'm gonna put some stuff in here. Next episode, I'm gonna have some stuff in here.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Give me that mug.
give me that mug.
All
and
cap,
Put
two
two G's
Gs.
on the mug,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll see y'all just like.
All they do is yap, 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 all out the mouth. I don't understand what you really talking about. If you ain't talking about the dollar, what you talking about? All they do is yap, 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 all out the mouth. I don't understand what you really talking about. If you ain't talking about the dollar, what you really
You know,
talking about?
and I just feel like religion is different than church. You know, and it should be it can be separated. Like, I don't need to go to church to be, you know, a good person.
Mm-hmm.
And there's so many religions. There's so many religions.
There are.
And it's full of a lot of good people. So it's like it's almost to the point to where